Assalamu alaikum. In this video I'll show you a project that is digital thermometer. That means you can measure the temperature and the humidity with this project. So when I simulated this project earlier in my playlist, you'll find that I have used Arduino Uno, but in this practical I have using the ESP32. So let's begin. So you can see a breadboard, and I have attached this ESP32 this breadboard with this breadboard, and that is actually the temperature and humidity sensor that is called DHT11. You can also use DHT22 as well, but whatever, I am using DHT11. This is actually our ESP32. You can clearly see that ESP32, and the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth module are also attached, but in Arduino Uno that was not available. So if you have to use the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, then you need to have additional setup. And then you can see this ESP32. This is a button. You can see maybe. So it is actually the boot button. We'll see why you use this. And this is actually another button, that is actually a reset button. And these are actually the pin identification. You see this is ground, this is D13, D12, and so on. And here you can see that a 3v3, that means 3.3 volt, and ground, and also you can see that is D23 and so on. Fine, this was our ESP32, and this is actually our sensor that I have told you earlier. So you can see that it has 3 pins. So I have attached with this breadboard, so the pin legs are not shown, but whatever, you can clearly see that there's 3 pins. So this pin, that means this pin, this is actually the negative pin, as you can see the indication, and then this pin, this is actually the positive pin as according to this notification. The middle pin, that means this pin, is actually our data pin. So let's connect. So first of all, I have to use these wires. Fine. So I have 3 wires here. Let's connect this with this positive here, and then the second one I will connect it to this here. Fine. The lastly the negative one. Fine. So you can clearly see, hopefully, that all the 3 pins are connected to this wire, and I have to add this another part with this ESP32. So hopefully you can see there is a hole, so I will attach with this hole to this wire. So you can see that the left one, that means this violet color wire, was attached to positive, right? You can see a positive. So I have to use the another part of this violet color wire with this 3.3 volt. So here you can see 3.3 volt and connect it. And the next one, that is this one, which is almost white, but it's actually off white, whatever. This is actually this one. This one was our second pin, that means it was our data pin. So I'll connect it with 23. Fine. And I think you can see that this is a 23 pin, so digital 23. Okay, and the last one, which is the white one, that means this one, this was negative, so I will connect it with this ground. So simply ground. So this was a simple connection. If I recall you, then I have 3 pins in the DHT11. So this one was positive, then second one was data pin, and last one was negative. As you can guess, the negative pin has been connected with this ground, and the positive pin, that is violet color wire, that is connected with this 3.3 volt pin, and the last one, which is negative, this one, which is connected to this ground, G and D. So in this way actually the simple connection has been given. And now I will use a USB cable to connect this ESP32 with my laptop. You can see, simply connect. Now I will use this part with my laptop, and whenever I have connected it to my laptop, I mean the power source, then you can see the red light is on. That means this ESP32 is alright, perfect. So if you find that this is not on, then it may happen that your ESP is not perfect. So you can see that when I have connected my ESP32 to the power source, I mean with my laptop, this red light is seen. That means I am ready to go. So let's move to the screen. So you can see my screen. Since I am using Linux, I am going to the terminal and will zoom in a bit, and I will press this command, hit enter, and this command next, hit enter. So if you are using Linux, then you can access through this terminal, but if you use Windows, that most people do, then simply double click on this Arduino IDE icon. But if you haven't installed this Arduino IDE, you have to install it first, and then you will find it in your computer, and then you can go for that. Fine. So after coming here, you have to keep in mind that this is actually Arduino IDE. So this is special for Arduino, but we are using ESP32. That means I have to add this ESP32 here, and then we will come in this tool, and then the first thing is the board. We need to select which board we are working with, and if I come here, you can see the board manager, the Arduino board, ESP32 board. If you are using the first time, then ESP32 will not be shown here, because this Arduino IDE, this is special for Arduino. So if we want to use this ESP32, then we have to add this board. So follow the instruction to add this board. Fine. And if you have added, then you have to find this, that which is the version of your ESP32. If you don't get understand, doesn't matter, just take the screenshot of the description of the picture of your ESP32 and paste it to like ChatGPT or Gemini. It will help you to and tell you what is actually your version. So in my case, this is actually this one. Let's find it out. This one. So I am clicking, and I can see this board, and then the next one, that is port. This is actually my port, so I am selecting this one. Now I am good to go. Now I have to pick this. Now I have to add this code here. I'm deleting this simply, and now in this space you have to write the code, and you can paste the code if you have. So in my case, this is here, and here this is the library that I need. One thing you have to keep in mind, that all the libraries don't you need to do something, just keep copy and paste, but to include this one you have to add the library. So come here, this is the library manager, write DHT sensor library. You can see this one, it has been already installed. That's why this install button is not shown to me. You can clearly see that Arduino library for DHT11 DHT22. So if you use DHT22, it will also work. And then the changes you have to do, that is SSID. This means your Wi-Fi or the network you are using, the Wi-Fi name. So in my case, this is this one, that's why I'm using this. And then this is actually the password, that means the password of the Wi-Fi, and then this is the pin number. So in my setup, you have seen that the data pin has been connected to digital pin 23. That's why for my case this is 23. If you use another pin, you can just simply change this pin number. That's it. And then DHT11 if you using DHT22, then simply replace 11 by 22. And then other thing is all right, you don't need to change anything. Upload button. If you are uploading, while the compiling is going on, you have to press this boot button that I have shown you in the starting of the video. There's two buttons, boot button and the reset button. You have to push the boot button right now. Now you can see the uploading. So you can see that hard resetting via RTS pin. That means our job is done. There is an error, but this is not so much serious one, so let's ignore this. And then you have to come in here in the serial monitor section, and you can see nothing, right? In this case, if you see nothing, then simply press this set button that I have shown you in the first part of the video. So simply I am pressing the set button. So set button. Now you can see that connected, and this is actually the IP address. So just simply copy this. I'm copying this, Ctrl+C, and I will go to the web here and simply paste this IP address. Hit enter. You can see the result. Wait a bit, it is not refreshing yet. Now we can see the temperature. This is 32.9 or 2 degrees Celsius, and this is actually the humidity, and this is the time and the date. And you can also change this by simply change the part I am showing you, the HTML part only. Okay, from this one doc type HTML, from this one to like this one. This marked part is our HTML. So if you want to change, if you want to make it more fancy, then simply copy it and change it, then simply make changes here. Or if you don't know how to change, then simply ask the ChatGPT and give you a prompt according to your need, and then you'll see that everything is all right, and you can make your look more fancy. And then you can simply upload the code, come to the serial monitor, take this IP address, and simply paste in the browser. And most importantly, you can see the output from the phone as well. So here I have given the screenshot of my phone when I have connected, just not connecting actually, just write the IP address in your browser in your phone and go for search, and then you can see same thing that you can see from your laptop browser. I think you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. I will meet you in the next video. Thank you.